Hey, everybody, and welcome to your Hollywoke hot take. The latest sufferer from TDS, Keith Olbermann. And I gotta say, I used to watch Keith Olbermann all the time on MSNBC back in the Bush years. And he was great because he was ranting against Bush. And I was very much against Bush and his wars. And I thought, wow, this guy, he was a sports guy, but now he's all political. Isn't that cool? But man, has he has one of the worst cases of TDS I've ever seen. Now this is from the Gateway Pundit, so it's pretty biased, but I mean, there's no denying the quote here. Keith Olbermann: Trump and his supporters must be prosecuted, convicted, and removed from our society. Excuse me? That's a bit much. The Gateway Pundit says at least he's not calling for mass executions yet. Yeah, it really sounds that way. But former ESPN host Keith Olbermann ran right up to the line in a revolutionary-style anti-Trump rant on his YouTube channel Thursday, calling for the prosecution, conviction, and removal from society of President Trump, his supporters, conservatives, including Supreme Court nominee Judge Amy Coney Barrett. What did she do, Keith? I gotta hold you again. Here, why don't you stay in the bed this time? You nut. Just stay here. Just stay here. Olbermann announced on Tuesday he was leaving ESPN to be able to do more political commentary as the election nears. Well, that's weird because every time I walk past the TV in the break room, they got ESPN on, and all they ever do is talk about social justice. I have zero interest in sports, and even I walked past the TV and went, "What happened to football?" ESPN is just nonstop social justice. I guess maybe they're turning the boat around if they, maybe encouraged Keith to go do his own thing. I keep hearing the rumor that Disney is firing all its woke employees, but they're also firing a bunch of other employees. So maybe, who knows what's happening over there. Here we go. Tweeting. 1 out of 6, the proverbial personal news. I want to thank friends at ESPN. Oh, this is about him leaving. Olbermann's YouTube program is called The Worst Person in the World, the title of his popular segment on his old MSNBC show. Yeah, that was a fun segment. According to Olbermann, Trump can and must be expunged. The hate he has triggered, the Pandora's box he has opened, they will not be so easily destroyed. What are you talking about? You're talking in like these grand metaphors that, I mean, really? Continuing, so let us brace ourselves. The task is twofold. The terrorist Trump must be defeated, must be destroyed, and must be devoured at the ballot box. Well, good luck with that. And then he and his enablers and his supporters and his collaborators and the Mike Lees and the William Barrs and the Sean Hannitys and the Mike Pences and the Rudy Giulianis and the Kyle Rittenhouses and the Amy Coney Barretts must be prosecuted and convicted and removed from our society while we try to rebuild it and to rebuild the world Trump has nearly destroyed, turning it over to a virus. What the F are you talking about, Keith? You're deranged, man, in my view. I'm not a doctor, but I think you're nutso. I don't want to get too technical with you. You're a little hyperbolic, but Jesus, man. Convicted of what? Convicted of supporting their candidate? What has he done that's so terrible? I know he's signed a bunch of peace deals in the Middle East. It's got 3 Nobel Peace Prize nominations. Not that he's going to win. I mean, sounds like a pretty peaceful guy. Tried to get peace between the Koreas. Wanted to have peace between us and Russia. Peace, 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 peace. There's a lot of peace going on. Hasn't brought us to any new wars. So what the F are you talking about? Do you even live on this planet? Do you read any news? Continuing, remember it. even as we dream of a return to reality and safety and the country which our forefathers died, that fight is not just to win an election, but to win it by enough to chase, at least for the moment, Trump and the maggots off the stage, and then try to clean up what they left. Remember it, even though to remember it means remembering that the fight does not end November 3rd, but in many ways will only begin that day. Biden has lost his mind, right? I mean, he gaffes almost every single speech now. He's barely holding it together. The best I've seen him is during that debate, and his eyes did not look normal. No one's talking about that. I still contend his eyes were big eyes. So he had something going on. Video clip posted by Media Researchers Center's Brent Baker. Let's get a little taste of his indignant rant.
Trump can be and must be expunged. The hate he has triggered, the Pandora's box he has opened, they will not be so easily destroyed.
He is, wow. He is like, this is how he used to get tuned up about Bush, and I totally bought into it. Now I don't know what to think. Did you even mean it against George Bush? Do you just hate Republicans now? I mean, Trump is not Bush. Bush killed hundreds of thousands of people in the Iraq War. Hundreds of thousands. People are still dying because of that incredibly dumb move. History will not look kindly on people like you, Keith. They will look back and go, what was wrong with this guy? Yet another guy who hated Trump, even as he made peace deals, even as he made the economy stronger. And look, I didn't believe he could do it either. I thought he would just wreck the whole joint, but he gave people back money. He cut their taxes. He handed them a stimulus check after the beer virus hit. He cut the travel to China. He's got accomplishments to beat the band. He passed prison reform, comprehensive prison reform, gave people a second chance. He has the highest approval rating of a Republican in the black community, in the Latino community, and everybody just spends all day calling him a racist. Do you think these black people and Latino people that support him, are they racist too? And where is your indignity against Antifa and the communists? Are those some of the people you want to rebuild America with? Because they're the ones tearing it down from where I'm sitting. They went on a tear last night in Wisconsin, smashing windows and terrorizing a 70-year-old lady. Trump, what did he do? He killed Soleimani. I don't agree the way he did that, but seemed to put the Iranians in their place. I mean, who do you work for, dude? I mean, is your money coming from, like, the European Union or someplace overseas that we should know about, or what? I mean, do you not want to see jobs come back here? Because Trump is talking about bringing the manufacturing jobs here. Jobs that people really, really, really need. The Democrats are the ones that outsource them, mostly. Republicans help too, but, Trump did some things that Bernie Sanders agreed with. Because populism does that, You are just off your nut, I think. Take a chill pill. Turn off Twitter for a week. Get off the internet. I think it's rotted your brain, dude.